Telegram Gate was this sort of scandal that happened in the Puerto Rican government, specifically the governor at the time, Ricardo Rosselló, and a group of people from his cabinet that he was kind of communicating with through this app. This app was sort of designed to just keep them communicated about issues going on in Puerto Rico. But as soon as the chat was leaked, we kind of realized and we saw for ourselves the actual things they were talking about. And not only did it confirm that they were not talking about government issues or talking about how to make the Puerto Rico a better place, but they were talking more about making jokes and homophobia, sexism. They made fun of the pileup of bodies from Hurricane Maria because there were too many bodies and the autopsies could not be done quickly. So there was a pileup of bodies and they made fun of that. Every main big actual issue that concerned human life was sort of brushed off. And this came off the heels, Telegram Gate came off the heels of a very important thing that was happening at the time. A lot of important key officials that Rosselló had hired for his government were being arrested, which kind of created a scandal already with him. And the Telegram Gate was kind of like the final straw for many people. It was a mixture of emotions, honestly, positive and negative. For as much anger as we had and for as much determination that we had to get this man out of office and to finally do something good for the island ourselves and take matters into our own hands, there was also, happiness sort of in the air, because it was the first time that I saw, and many people saw, sort of the island finally coming together for one thing, for one goal, for the first time in a long time, coming together to really get this man out. Because for the first time ever, almost all of Puerto Rico, you could say all of Puerto Rico, was on the same page about one thing. This man is not good for our country. He's not good for the progression of our island, and we have to get him out. I could get deep into the nitty-gritty of the political, ways if statehood works, doesn't work, or independence works, doesn't work. I just think we're our own country. We have our own culture. We have our own way of life. We have our own way of doing things, and we have our own identity. And it's crazy to me that for hundreds of years, we haven't been a free country. So the Spaniards came in the 1400s, took over, and as soon as they were gone, the U.S. just came right in and took over, and it hasn't let us go. Colonialism is not a good thing. It affects the culture, it affects society, it affects how people work, how people grow up. And you can tell that. It doesn't just create a terrible political situation, it creates a terrible cultural situation. And it creates a terrible social situation for everybody. Where people, they don't even realize how they're losing their identity or losing their connection to their country, and they lose their self-worth. You see how many Puerto Ricans just think the U.S. is so over us, so much more powerful, and they're so kneel down for them, and they don't realize that we have everything we need to be us right here on this tiny little island that's the beating heart of planet Earth.